Imagine losing a $10 million mansion. It's exactly what happened to the Ace family. And things just keep getting worse. This all started with the very first home they purchased. Or at least said they did.
The Ace family crazy.
They framed this whole video as if they were celebrating the purchase of their first new home.
I've always wanted my own home, and I've never had one. Catherine's never had one. And the fact that we're able to have one together as a family is a blessing. It's been a dream of mine to have my own house tour. This is crazy.
Unfortunately, Catherine's brother may have slipped up a little bit and leaked to the internet that the Ace family doesn't own this house like they said they did.
Bro, I would call the owner and ask him about the history of this house.
Maybe tell me about that jewelry.
Call about the history of this house.
Viewers would then figure out the address of the property and subsequently discover records stating that it had last sold almost 2.5 years before they had moved in.
A couple lies start brewing. The internet is the world's best detective, and it didn't take them long to go through a series of realtor Instagram posts, house history, and it came out that Catherine and Austin were leasing this home for $17,000 a month. 10 months later, they moved out, as they made a video about the home being broken into. What made people suspicious was the fact that there was no electronics or valuables stolen, so fans questioned how real this break-in was.
I'm so confused. They didn't take the wallet. They didn't take this stuff.
Including vlogging cameras, which are integral to their YouTube channel.
This is just the beginning. Just a few months later, Austin was filming with FaZe Rug, and he set his eyes on a new prize. It was the home of his dreams, and he had an insane idea.
I was like, let me go and ask him just to see what he would say if I decided to just combine both of the houses.
They planned on purchasing both houses and combining them together to create one mega mansion, which they knew would fit perfectly with the Ace family's luxurious branding. The problem was that both homes had already been completed internally, meaning they'd have to gut the inside of the houses, knock out walls, connect the whole thing up, add a new driveway.
What's better than one mansion? Two. And you can only imagine the views it would rack up on YouTube. But it would cost them $10 million. Apparently that wasn't a problem though. They took out a nice little loan.
At the end of July 2019, the McBrooms took out a hard money loan of $8.85 million from Five Arch Funding Corp. and another $1 million loan from TMK Development LLC, who I'm assuming is also a hard money lender. The amount owed is about $9.5 million. At 12% interest, the loan is $95,000 per month interest only. Add on property taxes, which for that property are exactly $10,000 a month. Insurance and maintenance gives you a total monthly cost of well over $110,000 every single month.
Now $110,000 wasn't too out of the question for the Ace family at the time. Looking at views, brand deals, sponsorships, they were probably making about $1 million per month. But that took a dangerous turn. Shortly after the home was finished, a total of 12 lawsuits were allegedly associated with the Ace family, with one rumored to being close to $100 million from the YouTuber versus TikTok boxing event. At the same exact time, their YouTube was spiraling downhill. In June of 2020, they were seeing 100 million views per month. 3 months later, that number went down to 35 million. And now they're struggling to even hit 10. So yeah, that $10 million house is going into foreclosure. And despite the numerous realtor posts about the house, court documents releasing that confirmed the foreclosure, Austin and Catherine held their ground.
Okay, Catherine, there's a lot of rumors that your house is getting foreclosed. What do you have to say about that?
It's not true.
It's not true?
Yeah, thank you.
The Ace family could say whatever they wanted. Court documents confirmed that the property was in fact going into foreclosure.
The house sold, but for a lot less than the Ace family paid. According to Cody Ko, at least.
I know the guy who bought it. Yeah, it was just weird coincidence. I was with him last night and he was like, "We bought a problematic house." And I was like, "What house?" And he's like, "I don't know, some YouTuber, he did some boxing thing." And I was like, "Austin McBroom." And he was like, "Crazy. They got taken for a ride when they built it, spent way too much money on it. And now the next most expensive house is $2.5 million. So no one wants to buy this $10 million house. So it's not worth anything close to that."
People on the internet are calling this karma, but nonetheless shows another example of why everything you see on social media might not be what it seems.